That's a
That's
great
cool.
point. Like one great point John just mentioned is that when you're in the public sector, like there's less competition. So when you're in there, not a lot of people can do not even skills. We're not talking about brains or
Oh, right.
skills or nothing. We're just talking about they were able to get a clearance, a security clearance, like a TS clearance or secret clearance. Not everybody can get that. And then hell, it even weeds out people who are not US citizens. Like they're good, they're
Oh,
out of
yeah.
there. You're not competing against them. So you're competing against less and less people in the public sector. So public sector, if you have the opportunity to do it, might be a better choice for you to do. And not necessarily the military. You can be a civilian working for IRS, directly for the IRS. You
Yeah.
could be working for the State Department directly. You could be working for, there's so many different jobs. If you go to usajobs.com, they have a bunch there that and right now the government's looking for people that, especially looking for younger people, and they're starting to get away from the whole degree thing. So you might want to look into that. Go to USA Jobs, and if you go to whitehouse.gov, they've got some kind of incentive thing, because we have this huge gap within the US, within the government. The US government is looking for more people to come into this field, and we need people. Like I could tell you, in the last 5 jobs I've had, we don't have enough people to do the job, especially young people. Everybody's coming in is not that much younger than I am, which is to say, not very young, and we need more younger people to do this work. So if you're looking to get into this job, like now's the time.
Is that by design? Are we gatekeeping? I get on my boomers because you like you said though is they got a degree, so they want people to have a degree. But two is, and I push back on them is when I understand why they do that. They're like, dude, if they mess up, man, they're gonna get us hacked. That's gonna be a couple $1 billion we can lose. But I'm like, dude, we train everybody before we let them touch our system. So there's plus
Yes,
and minus. So I don't know. I think we got gatekeepers gating. So I've been pushing back and saying we need younger people in. Let's
for
train
sure.
them. Because when I was in there, I think when I went to the state, I was 42 and I was the youngest person on our team, man.
That's what's
Our
happening.
team, our team was old. What's your thoughts on that, on the gatekeeping? What you think?
Man, I don't it seems like we have an old mindset of there's these standards for engineers to get in there. And those standards were like you have to have X degree, you have to have X years, you have to have X certifications or whatever. And now the technology is moving so fast that I don't think we can hold those standards, especially the degree. I think we have to move forward. If we want to bring people in faster, we have to stop thinking of this old stuck mindset of we have to have a person who has a degree. Hell, a degree. Do you need to know about 18th century Western literature to know how to do a server? You don't. So we have this old mindset that you have to have a degree and you have to have X, Y, and Z to come in there. I just think that it's like you said, maybe it's gatekeeping, but it's based off of an old mindset
Yeah, yeah.
that I think we need to change it, because
Well,
especially now technology is moving so fast. We need to get younger people in here, and the Gen Z are not being hired. I don't know of one Gen Z on my team right now. There's not
I
even
got one
one.
hired, but I had to really go to bat for him. And my boss, he trusts me. I call him Tiny. He's 6'8". Yeah, I said, he
What?
goes, I don't know. He said, if he mess up, you got to watch him. I'm like, I got him. I got him. But the other weird thing is, even more than that, I got a bachelor's degree in 1990. I studied Fortran, COBOL, PL1, RPG. That shit don't even exist anymore, man. I'm
Good
like,
point.
so I was saying, so what are you talking about? It does teach you fundamentals, and I like, dude, I could take the area of a tornado. I've never used any of that in my whole life, man. Because you have to take like Calc 2, and I'm like, dude, I've never used any of that. So I think, like you said, it's an outdated model.
It
Right. But I
is.
think people think because for them, they pay the price to get it. They want you to pay the price. Studying. I tell people, I'm not trying to be a renaissance man. I'm trying to build a server, right? So
Exactly. I think we need to just change that. That has to change. That mindset it's gotta go, because we're not getting no young people in, and I'm just thinking to myself, damn, what are we doing here? Because it's not this is not sustainable. Like, at least not in the circles I'm running in my current job. I don't know of any on our team, on our information system security officer team. There's not even one Gen Z that I can think of, not even one. And there's some millennials there, but it's mostly millennials, Gen X, and boomers, and that's not sustainable.